God, now I need to sneeze. Oh, perfect. Right. Right. Nope, you're not straight. Let's try it again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my latest sketchbook tour. This is a Moleskine sketchbook, and I am really excited to show her to you. This has been just over a year in the making, and I learned a lot during this sketchbook. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? So first page we have, well, you can't really draw on this page, so we have a bit of a collage going on. The materials I used in the sketchbook, as you can see, I used a different pen. And just sticking some general stuff down. I'll try and have all these stickers linked in the description. However, a lot of these were gifts, so I don't always know where they came from. Anyway, let's move on to the actual art now. So again, here we have another collage page on a page you can't really work on. And to begin with, we have the 6 fan art challenge, which I didn't finish. And hey, if this is how I start my sketchbook, with a low pressure thing I didn't finish, then that's fine with me. I started this at the end of April, and the reason why I kind of didn't finish it is because I then started Mermaid. So Mermaid is a challenge for the month of May where you have mermaid themed prompts, or you just draw mermaids throughout it. And I decided to do the mermaid half marathon, so I do 15 pieces and they are across the whole of May, so I get a couple of days to do them and get some days off if I want them. So yeah, I did the challenge, and it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I did get burned out a little bit, but I really enjoyed having to come up with different ideas. And, you know, I love mermaids, so I just really enjoyed having that time to draw them. Here we have some fan art. It was I was showing my housemate Gravity Falls, and we got up to the Mermando episode, so I decided to do a little bit of fan art for it. These are 2 characters I play, actually. I really wanted to experiment with how different mermaids would appear. So this would be more of a freshwater mermaid, and in the game I play her, she's kind of like a tree person. So I had this idea of like someone who is kind of rooted to like the tree. Oh god, that was terrible. And would also ultimately be a freshwater mermaid. So I put some of my own kind of skin issues on there, and also because she's freshwater, I imagine she would have blood vessels very close to her skin because she would be in and out of different temperatures. This is another character I play called Caleb. In his game, he's a werewolf, so I decided to play with a transformative aspect and make him a Selkie. And I'm not gonna lie, this little guy here is like the best thing I've ever drawn. Look at his face, he's adorable. So more. Oh, this. So of course I was releasing these throughout the month of May, and one of my friends made me a mermaid. So because they'd really enjoyed seeing what I was doing, so I decided to draw her. This just made me so happy. Like, there aren't really any words for it. It's so lovely. She turns into a little person, little swimming shorts on. And actually getting her back in the fin is quite hard. But I decided to draw her. It was such a nice thing to see, like, what I was doing inspiring someone else. At this point, I got my Viviva watercolour sheets, which you can see here, to decorate my video. And I was doing a little swatch sheet in here because that's what people do, and I wanted to see how the colours worked. And yeah, then I started to actually work with them. And I didn't like what I did, so I covered it up with a black piece of paper, because I actually really love doing black paper work, kind of working highlights first rather than shadows first. So I decided to do a dark themed mermaid for mermaid, and I really would love to do a whole series of like cave themed and like deep water mermaids. But it was very summery last May, and I really wanted to work on the summery stuff. This is a page full of Viviva watercolour sheet stuff. This is a building I saw on the bus in Bristol, and I loved all the primary colours working together, so I decided to draw it. And we have another mermaid. I worked really hard on this one. I wanted to do like a mother and child, obviously, and I've got some gold ink going on. Yeah, I really like this one. This is one of the ones where I was really grateful I had the 2 days to do it, and I gave myself an extra day to do it, because yeah, there's a lot going on in this piece. This is another fan art piece for Mermaid. This is the character Red from the game Transistor, and she's a singer. So I decided to do her like a siren, and also her outfit has feathers on the top, and I always associate sirens with wings more so than the traditional mermaid look. Although obviously I wanted to give her the traditional look, and once again, most of this is done with Niviva watercolor sheets. And at this point, I was really desperate to do some portraits. So these are a couple of my friends. Blue is my favourite colour, so I just did some blue-themed gouache portraits. Here we have my penultimate mermaid. And I was going to stick the final mermaid I did here, but I never actually got a picture of it in time. So here she is. This was a Draw Us in Your Style from Hannah Alexander artwork, and I was really inspired by it, so I decided to do it. And I did this. Again, mostly Viva watercolours and some watercolour paper that I really, really love. This that I've stuck here was actually a colour test for another image I did, which you see the finale of here. And this was the colour scheme I went with, but obviously this was just a test, so I wasn't going as hard on it. And this was the final piece, and I just decided to stick it in because there was just a really weird empty space there. Here we have more Viva watercolour sheets. They're actually quite difficult to work with because they lift really easily, but I do love just how vibrant they are. Once again, this is like my Pinterest page. All of these were like Pinterest references, and I was really, really keen to do some portrait practices again, and I'd got some pencil crayons for my birthday, and I really just wanted to try and do a piece just using the pencil crayons, so I did this house, which again was a reference on Pinterest. This is the cover up, and you'll see me do this a few times. I love the little swatch sheets I do, or just testing colours, so I'll often do little cover ups with them. And in fact, you can see one here. So yeah, that's that page. This is a very weird page for me. It's kind of like good and bad. So this is when I started getting Scrawler Box, and I was testing out the Inktense pieces in the sketchbook, and someone had linked me a picture of this wisteria house and said that it looked like one of my drawings, and I was like, I'm gonna surprise them and draw it. This is actually my neighbour's house, and the reason why I started painting it was because I saw some community police officers break in, and I assumed it was a welfare check, and I was kind of like, oh my gosh, has someone died? But it was actually my neighbours getting evicted, and I was having a weird time of it that day, so I decided to just kind of paint it. Like I say, I started thinking that this was in memorial of someone, but no, it was people getting evicted. And this mirror that says "Live, Laugh, Love" was broken by people taking stuff out the house whilst I was painting it, and it was so weird. And I was also making like a cherry pie that day, and it was just a whole bunch of weird moods that I really wasn't prepared for. But I also practice drawing buildings, so there's that. A bunch of my friends were wearing sunflower-themed clothes. I didn't like this page too much. I felt like I'd taken a really big step back in how I drew faces. But, you know, you can't get everything perfect, and that's fine. And they all look great. I was practicing drawing darker skin tones with a cooler base, because I was drawing some fae. I wanted to do, this is the winter themed one, and the plan had always been to do a cooler skin tone. I tend to err towards doing warmer skin, and I just realised, oh god, I've got no idea how to do cool skin tones, especially under dark skin. So I got a bunch of references, practiced them out, decided I really liked this one, which was the only one I hadn't done my base tones for, so I had to kind of guess a little bit, but I really like how she came out. I need to finish this series because I wanted to do all the seasons, but I just stopped after winter. But yeah, so this was a test for something bigger. I really like this page. We have a cover up here. This is my friend whose Instagram you can see here. I take a lot of pictures of people I see out in public who I think have interesting faces to draw later. This is someone I saw earlier that year, and this was someone I'd seen really recently, and I loved their colour combo. I was watching a friend's stream when I was doing this. It was his birthday, and he was making gumbo, and I decided to draw a few more. I ended up taking this one out of a ugly sketchbook I do, because I was just practicing the face, and like I never got it as good as this one, so I just cut it out and stuck it in. This was another Joyce in Your Style, once again using the Inktense blocks for the majority of it. And yeah, really like this page. And I drew these kids who were people I've met on a train. And like I say, I really like drawing people I've met out in the open, and it inspired another one of my favourite spreads in this sketchbook, which is a whole bunch of people I have met on trains and kind of taken sneaky photos of. And I just wanted to do a whole spread dedicated to them and like their fashions and their faces. Yeah, this is all mostly with gouache, and yeah, just like I love traveling on trains and I miss taking those journeys. Everyone's got different stories and you wonder where they're going and like what their lives are like, and yeah, this page is just very reminiscent of that, and yeah, I really like this page. My housemates and I, once it was safe-ish to do it, went out to the Yorkshire Dales because we were really missing being outside. And this was all mostly live, actually. I didn't colour anything live, but I sketched all these rocks live, and I sketched oh, actually, I might have coloured. Oh, I can't remember. I definitely was colouring this one live, but then we had to go because it started to rain. But yeah, we went to the Yorkshire Dales. This is my outfit, and I wrote a bit of information about the area. And oh, no, please stay. There we go. This was something that was really nice to just do. I've actually done another piece about this where I talk about how different I find painting outside and painting afterwards and the value that they both give me. So this was based off photos I took where I had a lot more time to actually paint what I wanted. And once again, I really like this spread because I just like how mishmash this page is. This is another Joyce in Your Style. This is a butterfly I saw. These are some roses in our garden. This is a little Pomeranian in the park. This was a kingfisher we saw. My dad and my housemate had taken photos of these plants that I thought looked like dragons, so I decided to make them dragons. And yeah, I really like just how random and just fun and colourful this page is, and I definitely want to do more stuff like that in future sketchbooks. So this is once again when I was really into doing spreads in my sketchbook for my Ko-fi followers about scrawler box supplies I had. So this was the liquid graphite, which I love. I love the liquid graphite so much. And I did a page of just experimenting in my sketchbook, seeing how it worked. This is me. This is an outfit of the day, which is how I often look. This is my character Caleb, who you saw before. And this is Woodkid from one of his live videos. Some of the comments I love from that video. This is a Pinterest reference, and we went on holiday to Almouth. It was a camping holiday, so we were socially distanced. This was one of the pubs in the area. And I believe on the next page, yes, this was our tents. And at one point, the sky looked like this, and we said it looked like a jackal. And I wanted to paint it. But first I was doing the animals we saw. Like we actually saw barn owls out in the open, and it was incredible. And I would like sell this as a print if it weren't for this ridiculous piece I did here. Because yeah, the baby barn owls were loud and would scream throughout the night, and it was absolutely terrifying at 5 o'clock when you needed a wee, and just this screeching would just echo through the night. This is a piece I did practicing people crying, but specifically men, because my housemate had mentioned that someone had cried at work and I'd assumed it was a woman. And then she just said he, and I was like, man, okay, well, I need some checking right there. So I decided to just focus on sad expressions, which did wonders for my mental health. and just practice how the face forms. I still got ways to go, but it was a good start. Oh, this is another live and afterwards piece. We went to Salt Mills, which is in Yorkshire, and everything in pencil crayon was something I sketched there, and everything that's painted, so these pieces, I did afterwards. Got another outfit of the day. This was on a really nice day out because it was a very artistic place. It was just nice to go out. We went outside and it was nice, and we ate, and just going outside was wonderful. I also love this spread again, once again, bright and colourful. It was also around this time that I started having a mental health breakdown, which is why there's a whole bunch of cover-ups here, which I eventually just put my friend's business card over the top, and I wrote, "I'm not feeling it." We've got a Joyce in Your Style here, which I do like. I do actually like everything on this page, apart from what was going there. Yeah, like this was an advertisement for some prom dresses, and I thought they look like they're dating, and so I drew them taking each other to prom. This is based off a video on Instagram. Once again, the details are here. And yeah, really like this page. Yeah, I like the colours, and yeah, it feels very summery to me. So this is mid-mental health breakdown. What had happened was I'd got the acrylic set from Scrawlerbox, and I'm not good at acrylics at all. And I tried to do the challenge, and I couldn't do it. And I was just like, I can't art. I'm a terrible artist. I got over it eventually, but it took me some time. So I decided to do a collage page just to kind of satisfy that creativity that I was desperately wanting to get out, but just couldn't seem to draw anything properly. So I stuck down some washi tape, so this is the acrylic, and this is what I did like doing with it. I loved mixing the acrylics together on a page, but I just wasn't any good at actually working with it. And just old scrap pieces of paper I'd used, and some business cards, and yeah, I just ended up with a really creative page that I really liked. So I definitely recommend that to anyone who is struggling with arting, is just to collect scrap pieces and just create something fun, just to channel that creative energy. This is another fun page. This is a bunch of fan art, and apparently looking at Jesus. I think this was meant to be Dev Patel, but he looks like a baby with facial hair, so I'm just like, wow, all these video game characters are just looking at this guy. This is BB-8, this is the protagonist from Journey, and this is Headwind from Pyre, which I got really obsessed with. I drew him in a different outfit from the one he plays in the game, because he used to be in the army, so I kind of designed what his army outfit might have been. This is him again. This is a dress I saw on ModCloth, and I love it, and I loved the model, and I decided to draw it. This is a piece, this is based on a photo from one of my favourite photographers, Neil McDermott, and here I am covering it, there we go. And I love his work, and I love his use of colour in environmental portraits, and this is the picture in question, and since he's an artist and a writer, person in the image, thought I should show you. And yeah, I really liked just imitating it. I'm just put the book down. That was a bit loud. Oh, this is a YouTube video. You can check out this video, so I'm not going to focus on this page too much. But this is why I mentioned earlier with drawing things live and then doing it afterwards. So you should totally check out that video. This, I intended to draw in my local cemetery. I had everything with me. I had water to drink, water for my watercolours, my paints, everything I could need, except for my sketchbook. And I was like, oh, brilliant. So I took it home, and I just took a couple of photos, and I could only work from those references. I could only use what I brought with me, and I came up with this, and I really like it. This is a Hobbit character. There was like this name thing going around on Facebook, and it was like, this is your person's name, your favorite alcoholic beverage, your favorite a baked good, and your name, here is a name for it. And I was like, I love this name, Basil Ciderbun, I'm going to draw the character. And I also did the shape challenge where you just draw, you just put down some paint splotches and do some faces around, and I decided to make this one all faces. But you can just do any shapes around it, and these are some air plants I felt like drawing. This is me attempting to start the OC-tober. I got this far and stopped, because October was a time. I tried to take on too much, but it's fine, and this is my first time using Posca pens, and I love them. But yeah, these are some characters I play from live role-playing games. This is my main one, Hazel, who you saw as a freshwater mermaid earlier. This is a little fae child, and this is a superhero I play. Yeah, these are all played by me, which is why they all look the same. But yeah, I really like drawing my characters. I always have, really. This is my window. This is my window in my room, and I like this piece. This is another one of my characters who was kind of developed to look like I used to play her, but I've kind of developed her to not need to be played by me. And the famous strawberry dress. This is my Stardew Valley character, I just did a page of Stardew Valley stuff with gouache because I love Stardew Valley with gouache. Yeah, I really like I like her, and I like the inspiration Stardew Valley gives me to paint. Here we have the start of my Untamed fan art, which it's going to appear a lot. I don't really have a lot to say about this page. It's a bit random, and that's fine. It is very much a sketchbook page, just some ideas coming together. This is me practicing a bike for a different piece. And yeah, these are just some ladies I felt like drawing, some warrior ladies. And I would love to write about them someday. Maybe one day. Maybe you'll look back at this and go, this is where it started. Some more Untamed fan art, sort of. This is the actors and how they often dress. And you can see here me getting the graffiti paint pan pocket scent. Wow, that's a mouthful. This is one of the favourite things Scrawler Box has ever given us, and you can see me work on this page on another YouTube video. And yeah, this is also one of my favourite things I've ever painted, is this jacket. Like, I don't know what genius was possessing me when I painted this jacket, but I love it. We have another collage page, because I love autumn, but I had managed to do a lot based off it because of the pressure I put myself under during October. So I just did a page where I just put down a heck ton of water and whoops, I just hit my lights. Put a heck ton of watercolour down, different stickers that my friends had given me, some scrollbook stickers and some leaves I'd found, and little bits and pieces that just made it a really fun page. And what's next? Oh, I forgot I'd done that. So this is some live sketching. You probably wouldn't have even noticed that there was some penis for hand, coming up. So stupid. Like, here's some hand references as well. Let's just move on. Right. Actually, I'm going to turn the page again because this page I did before this one, but I ended up doing a cover-up. So this is another collage I did of Christmas stuff. So I got some stickers for Christmas, some of the stuff, the kind of tags I got. My niece wrote her name on the card she sent for me, and I just was like, I have to keep this. Some wrapping paper I got, and yeah, I just really wanted to just do a fun collage again, rather than putting pressure on myself to do something with all the supplies I got, because I did get a lot of art supplies for Christmas. Just do something that celebrated just celebrated Christmas, really. So then we go back onto this page, which I'd done something here but covered it up. So, and this is another swatch sheet I covered it up with. I got some Doc Martens, my first ever Doc Martens. So I decided to paint them, and this is something in my room. Yeah, these are some references from one of my favourite books, which is about Japanese street fashion. I decided to paint them. I was going to leave them inked, but decided they got really lost next to this page, so just coloured them in with just colour splotches, really. And we've seen this page. And now we have me doing an entire page with the graffiti stuff. This is thumbnails for this. Which you'll have seen me do on a YouTube video. Once again, you'll link it in. This is some more fan art. I was reading a piece of fanfic, which is the Untamed cast set in the Firefly universe, and I love it. I want to do way more fan art, but I decided to draw who are essentially the main characters in this one, based off what the author had decided they looked like and what the symbols might be. And yeah, I just really enjoyed doing something for me. This was when I was taking a social media hiatus and I was just painting stuff for me. It's something I wanted to do for ages. This was the cemetery that I go to and how it looks in spring, because it is just gorgeous seeing, these markers of people passing but life coming back into them. And at some point I'd love to make these into stickers, like a little sticker sheet. And here was another cover up. Oh my gosh, we're nearly coming to the end of this sketchbook. Oh my gosh, We have another spring theme, very different to this one, like very kind of like muted colours. This is once again using the graphy tint stuff. And here we have a really bright page. And I love this page. It makes me smile. And that's important, I think, with art. And here we have, you'll see me doing this on another video, more linking. We went on a holiday for my housemate's birthday to Scarborough, so I drew the cottage we were staying in, and this is my housemate, take a good picture, and I thought they looked very aesthetic. taking a picture of some gulls, and we went to Pichon Park, which is very themed, and I just felt like just recording it. And the water is actually that blue. Like, they put something in it, I think, to reduce the amount of algae in it, and it's so blue. It was really strange. Yeah, I like this page. It's just adventures. And I believe we're coming to the last page. We are. So this is my friend Jackdaw. They do spinning, and I think they made this waistcoat, and they took a photo of them in it, and I was like, that's a great photo. You look really good. I'm gonna train it. No, I'm gonna paint it. And this is just something I saw on Tumblr, I think it was, and I felt like painting, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna paint this. This is a collage page I did. It's like a little. Once again, it's more untamed stuff, and it's a tribute to my favorite character in it, because I don't like that, and you can't draw on this page. And once again, we have just a little collage page. On the last one, we have a load of stuff in here, which I plan to put, once again, another swatch sheet, which I plan to put in other sketchbooks as cover-ups or to fill pages. This was me winning a card game. I barely ever win board games / card games, so I was delighted. I was very amused that I paid the void money, and yeah, just a fun thing to end the sketchbook with. So yes, this is my sketchbook. I hope you guys enjoyed coming on this tour with me. I have started my next one. It is a Strathmore mixed media one. It is much bigger, if I'm going to grab it for you. I can't even fit in frame. It is much bigger. But I like working large scale, so I'm hoping I might actually fill that one quicker. I also have this one from the Hikala box, which I actually work in upside down because I'm left-handed and the spiral bound hits my hand. So you should see some work from them at some point. And yeah, if you like what you see, consider sticking around, giving a subscribe. If you like this video, like it. If you have something to say about it, then please leave a comment. I love seeing them and I love chatting with everyone. And yeah, I hope you all have had a good time and have a good weekend or weekday or just day, whatever it is. I shall see you all soon. Bye. This is okay. Well, this is like saying goodbye to someone and they don't leave, and you're like, okay, well, I'm not gonna. Ah!